Good evening, everyone. Hope that all of our fathers and grandfathers and pet parents and all of you guys are having a great Father's Day. And yeah, I know it's sad that we're coming not only to the end of Father's Day, but also the end of the weekend. But, you know, we have to go back to work sometime. But before we do, there are a few things to break tonight. Excuse me. We're going to open an autographed baseball jersey, a couple of boxes of 2012 Signature Series baseball, and a half case of 2018 Topps Jumbo baseball. So before we get started ripping into our packs, there is a little information to go over, so let's get started with that. Sorry, guys. Allergies, not fun. So first up there, just a couple of quick notes. One, my feedback is completely automated on eBay, so that means you never have to wait on me. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. And secondly, it's just a note there to say thanks. I appreciate everyone who comes and watches the break, who bids, who chats, hangs out with me, breaks with me in whatever capacity here. I appreciate you joining and wanted to say thank you. This is a look at the stuff coming up in the next 5 days. Usually this new stuff just about every night. It typically runs 4 or 5 days. We don't have any new products releasing this upcoming week, not Wednesday or Friday. So we're going to be continuing to bust through some things that we already have been opening. So tomorrow night, you'll see we have an autographed jersey, some 2016 black gold, and that is the last case of our Luminance football. On Tuesday night, we've got all kinds of memorabilia, including a nice Hit Parade 3-peat box, which will have an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed picture in it. We'll also do the last of our Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs. I had been out of that before. I found one of my distributors that had one case. I bought that. That is the case we'll break Tuesday, and then all of my distributors are out. So that will be the last of it. We'll also open up a Hit Parade autographed full-size batting helmet, so that'll be fun. And the last of our Topps Finest baseball. That's all on Tuesday night. On Wednesday, we will be back opening more Series 2 Jumbo. That will be the start of a new case. Thursday, we will finish that same case of Series 2 Jumbo. And on Friday, we'll have yet another half case of Series 2 Jumbo. So a lot of Series 2 this week, mixed in with of course, plenty of autographed memorabilia and other things as well. Couple of things to note on this page. This is the order that we're breaking in. So it will be the autographed baseball jersey, the 2012 Signature Series, and then the Topps Series 2. First 2 breaks that I mentioned, those are free shipping breaks. Anytime you do a break with me that is completely free shipping, look for it to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. That's on average. Sometimes I'm able to get them out a little sooner. If so, that'll just be a happy surprise, but kind of anticipate it going out on Saturday. If it gets to you sooner, so much the better. Our paid shipping break tonight, that is the Topps Series 2 Jumbo. I have that right now scheduled to get out the door on Thursday. I think I can probably get that to you quicker than Thursday, but I'm going to leave it saying Thursday because that was kind of where we were in the rotation. So I'm going to leave it saying that and hope, fingers crossed, that I get it out a little bit quicker than that. Finally, if you are in one of the first 2 breaks tonight and you don't pull anything at all, your team doesn't pull a card, doesn't pull an item, you are entitled to just a random trading card. Okay, it can be from any year, any series. It'll just be something that's here from a product I've opened, or a team that wasn't paid for, a team that wasn't sold, whatever the case may be. I have piles of cards for every team. I'll just grab one out of there. That's what you would get, your consolation card. That's typically going to be sent the next time you have a package going where you have pulled a card or an item. I do track that for a rolling 90-day period, so you know it's not like you would have to pull something next week or lose it. I keep up with it for 3 months on average. I can send that random card sooner. If you want it sent sooner, you just shoot me a message on eBay. We'll work out the details. So first up tonight, 2018 Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey break number 10. It ended tonight, along with everything else we're going to break tonight. It ended tonight, Father's Day, Sunday, June 17th. And of course, it's a format you're familiar with by now, where we have our team names on one side and the eBay user ID of our winning bidder across from the team. And of course, a new spreadsheet's going to go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this break for the jersey, not to worry. You're going to see your name up there in lights as soon as we get to your break. And the last little bit of business here, the camera focus is changing. I like to manually set the focus. It does make the background go out of focus, but that was on purpose. So you're still going to be able to see everything okay. And who do we have in chat tonight? T. Cassidy and Adam and Matt and Greg. Hi, everyone. So Matt is after the Cardinals. Adam is looking for the Astros to do well. And Greg is looking for the Orioles. T. Cassidy just says, hey. He doesn't say who he's looking for. Of course, I love these Gold Rush jerseys. You know we usually have a lot of fun with these. So I'm sure tonight will be along the same lines. There is our authentication card, which is going to match our authentication sticker. And there's also like a hologram, maybe a player hologram. Yeah, it is a player hologram because, hey, you know who that is? That's Bo Jackson. How about that? That's pretty sweet, right? So Royals with a nice, I don't see any logo man on it, so it's a custom jersey, but nonetheless, that's still a really cool hit with Bo Jackson coming out for the Kansas City Royals. And if you have the Royals, this little card here will be inside the jersey. I usually kind of fold it up somewhere within the jersey. So please make sure you find that before you toss out all of the packing, you know, the shipping materials, because, you know, we don't want to lose that. Oh, hi, Suge. Suge says he's stopping by to say hey. And Bills and Coins just said ack. So I'm assuming that that means Bills and Coins did not hit that. That would be my guess. Sorry, had to use the inhaler there for a second. Asthma acting up. Hopefully that's going to stop the coughing, one would hope. All right, if you did not see this a second ago, please take a moment and look up, check this out. Your anticipated shipping date is on there, as well as information about consolation cards for this upcoming break. It is 2 boxes of 2012 Signature Series Baseball. It's break number 10. And, of course, also ended tonight, Sunday night the 17th. The only difference with this is we've got a few teams that didn't sell. They are designated just like that. No bids, buyback. So anytime you see that designation, you know it's an orphan team that nobody loved it, nobody wanted it. And so, yeah, if a card comes out for that, it will stay here with me. Signature Series, Panini, of course, in general, they make their deals with the NFL Players Association, because I think everybody knows that Topps has the exclusive deal with MLB, but plenty of other places, of course, can make deals with the Players Association, which is what Panini did. So instead of saying Arizona Diamondbacks or whatever, these cards will just say Arizona. Or instead of saying, you know, Cincinnati Reds, it will just say Cincinnati, that kind of thing. But obviously, we know who these guys are. We may run into some that we're unsure about, or I'm unsure about. That's usually going to be if it says Los Angeles, because we know it could be a Dodger or an Angel. If it says Chicago, it could be a Cub or a White Sox. And of course, New York could be a Met or a Yankee. So basically, not even basically, it's actually what happens is I will look that up after the break unless somebody requests to know during the break. And it's always going to be whichever of those teams they were playing with in 2012, because these cards are from 2012. So, man, I cannot get my asthma to settle down. Logan Morrison for the Miami Marlins, first out base card, followed by a second Logan Morrison base card for the Miami Marlins. That is followed by Jose Reyes also for the Marlins. So right now it's just a big pile of Marlins. And then we have Steven Strasburg for the Nats. C.J. Wilson. C.J. is, this is an example of one of those. Los Angeles, he could be a Dodger. He could be an Angel. It will be whichever of those clubs he was playing for in 2012. I'll use MLB.com to determine that. And here's Gonzalez. That says Los Angeles. Could be Angels, could be Dodgers. We know it's a Dodger for Adrian Gonzalez. I believe that C.J. Wilson is an Angel, but I know that Gonzalez would have been a Dodger. So, all right. Now we have for the Phillies, Justin DeFreitas. Why can I not say his name? Well, we know why, because I can't say any of the names, but I actually just don't know that guy. For whatever reason, I'm not familiar with that player. So, at any rate, if you have the Philadelphia Phillies, my guess is you are probably familiar, number 299. And then we have Robbie Ross to 299. Robbie Ross is a Texas Ranger. And, oh, somebody answered, Toby. I forgot to look over there at chat. Sorry. Toby, somebody answered you Bills and Coins. Thank you, yes, for answering that. And then Brad Peacock to 299 for the Nats is next out. Oh, Adam, I just now see that you were asking how much for the teams that didn't sell. I'm sorry, man. I didn't catch that in time. I typically, unless there's like a massive amount of them or something, I normally don't fool with selling stuff, unsold stuff during the chat. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. Sometimes I'll sell things that weren't paid or whatever, but even that's rare. So right here, we've got a little bit of chipping and wear on all four of our corners, but this is a nice hit. It's numbered to 10, and it is Steve Carlton for the Phillies, and it's one of the diamond cut signatures. Really cool hit for the Phillies, and that's why we love signature series, right? Because you can pull that kind of awesome stuff out of here for a very low price. Justin Upton, that's numbered to 99. And, of course, you'll note that Justin Upton is Arizona Diamondbacks on that card. And that's an on-card auto. Finally, we have a redemption. Wouldn't you know it? A redemption rears its ugly head. So here's the deal. This is going to be, that is the wrong sleeve. This is going to be expired. You do still want to put it in your Panini account, just like you normally would. If they still have it, which sometimes they do on this older stuff, typically, they're going to send it off to you, I would say, within a couple months. If you haven't gotten it within a couple of months, you need to track down a live person. And when you find a live person, I would say, at Panini, of course, I would say use, Facebook or Twitter or something like that. And if you can find a live person, they will work with you to come up with a substitute if they don't still have the card in question. But for right now, you'll notice I have switched us over here to the checklist so that we can pull up Joe Wieland and take a look. And it may tell us a city or a team. It may not. We're about to find out. If not, we'll look it up, of course. Easy enough to do. Rookies game ball. Why am I in like the wrong? Because why don't I see anything that says rookies game ball? Okay, I've got to be in the wrong something then, right? I'm in 2012 baseball. Panini. Oh, stupid me. I left out a step. Oh, yeah, I'm with it tonight, aren't I? I left out the whole entire step there. That was super smart. Card number 124, Joe Wieland, where are you? And it's going to be numbered to 299, but of course they couldn't be kind enough to tell us the city or the team. So that means that I am going to have to roll over into MLB.com and look that up. So you can see I've numbered it there with the 299 for just a second. I'm not going to be able to see chat because I'm going to use the iPad here to go into MLB and figure out who he was playing for in 2012. Well, I'm going to try to, if Google will stop automatically trying to show me Father's Day results, that is. It's like trying to guess what I want, but that wasn't what I wanted. All right, 2012. Come on. It's loading. I'm sorry. The iPad's slow. It's slower than I am, right? But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. We are looking for 2012 comes up as San Diego Padres. So that means that our redemption here is going to go to the Padres for Joe Wheeland. And let's recap this. So Padres, Joe Wheeland, redemption. Nice little Justin Upton on-card signature number /99 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pretty little cut signature Steve Carlton /10 for the Phillies is really awesome. You do have a little chipping and wear on the corners, but honestly, that's pretty typical for most of the thicker cards. Brad Peacock for the Nats. Robbie Ross for the Rangers. And then the Phillies hit again with Justin D. whatever. Freitas, something along those lines. So that has got our 2012 Signature Series all finished up, which is going to bring us into our main event for the evening, which is Topps Series 2 Jumbo Half Case. Let me get our spreadsheet set back up for that. And once again, if you did not see this a second ago, please take a minute. This one's a little easier because you're a paid shipping break, so a Thursday estimated shipping date. And if I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. I think there's a reasonable chance that I can. But, you know, for now it says Thursday. I feel like I can probably get it to you Wednesday. One would hope, anyway. And you don't have to worry about consolation cards here because there's a zillion, trillion cards in this break, and every team's going to pull something. 3 boxes of 2018 Topps Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. This is a half case break. It is break number 2. This came out on Wednesday. We started this case on Wednesday, and these are the 3 remaining boxes. As before, there are a few teams in there that did not sell. They are noted as no bids buyback. Guys, I'm sorry for all the hacking and throat clearing and whatnot tonight. For some reason or another, all of a sudden, my asthma and allergies just kind of kicked themselves into high gear, like right about the time I was supposed to be starting the break, so that's always fun. It's weird, though. You can go months without having any, or I can go months without having any asthma problems at all, and then all of a sudden, something will get it flared up, and then there you go. You're off to the races. So we have 500 cards per box in this. So 1,500 cards in total in the break. Each one of our boxes will have 1 autograph card and 2 relics. There will also be a bunch of inserts. Those are usually found, well, always. They are always found in the middle of the pack in these jumbo packs. So I cut a pretty good little path through the base. And the ones that are upside down, as you can see, I kind of leave them upside down if they're base. If that bugs you, you want them all flipped, you jump into chat and let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of how we're going to roll through these. And then once we get to the center, the Tootsie Roll center, if you will, then we're going to stop and take a look at things a little more closely. So for the Angels, that is numbered to 2018. Basically, anytime you see that kind of, what's the word I want to use? Army green, maybe? Pea green? I don't know. When you see that color green, those are generally going to be numbered to 2018. There's a nice little Aaron Judge All-Star. That's one of our 35th anniversary inserts. A hollow foil. That is Yasmani Tomas for the Diamondbacks. And the Phillies coming out with a Scott Kingery black and white parallel. Don't find those too awfully much. They're not numbered, but they're not really super common either. And we have a short print for the Indians. Jose Ramirez and the Indians starting out there with a nice little short print. Oh, Adam says he would have bought the Mets. What happened to you, Adam, man? You didn't catch it ending, I bet, right? I know, it's kind of weird with it being Father's Day. Wasn't really sure what time I should end things because you never know if somebody's going to have dinner early, if they're going to have it late, what you might be doing, that kind of thing. Holidays are always kind of dicey that way. Oh, I see too. You said you don't search for anything besides the Astros. I should have kept reading. Yeah, I understand how that goes too. I'm a Reds fan myself in baseball, Steelers in football. Although I do follow other teams as well in both sports. I like to keep up with athletes from the University of Kentucky and where they play because that's my alma mater. So I watch lots of different teams in that regard. There's a little insert for Chris Davis and the Oakland A's, and that's just called walk-offs. We'll find a number of those type of inserts. Mitch Haniger to 2018 for the Mariners, 35th anniversary, Gohara and the Braves. Our hollow foil is Jeff Hoffman for the Rockies. Another insert, this one numbered to 299, Ernie Banks Legends for the Cubs. And now, I believe, let me make sure that's, yeah, that's regular. All right, so now we are back to our regularly scheduled programming, if you will. We pulled some really nice stuff out of the first half of this case. You know, the very first autograph we pulled out of this was Torres. And, of course, he was a late addition, even jumping in here. He's in here more or less as an insert. I think Torres and Acuna both. At least Beckett is going to catalog these as inserts, not necessarily the rookie card, which is interesting, but that's how Beckett's cataloging them anyway, so for what that's worth. Still, it was a very nice hit, and it was numbered too. So Elvis Andreas insert for throwback jerseys and the Rangers. Rivera, I always want to say Riviera, like the French Riviera. Rivera, I do it every time. 35th anniversary for the Yankees. Mike Trout long ball legends insert. A Darryl Strawberry instant impact insert. And our first autograph of the evening. Coming out for the Cardinals, Sandy Alcantara, or Alcantara, whichever way it's supposed to be. Yes, we all know whichever way it is, I'm going to say it the opposite way and be incorrect. Just consider it part of the charm. I think it's because I never took a foreign language in high school. I did, but I took Latin. So Latin doesn't help you with anything. And well, unless you're going to be in the medical or legal profession, Latin is not really a super helpful language, being that it's a dead language and all. I imagine if I had taken French or Spanish or something like that, I probably would be able to pronounce names much more easily. That would be my guess. Byron Buxton, glove work insert. Blake Snell for the Rays to 2018. Paul Goldschmidt, 35th anniversary. Hollow foil James Shields. Long ball legends Josh Donaldson. This will be numbered for Maeda, numbered to 76 for the Dodgers. Or theology, that's true, Matt. Latin for theology as well. You know, I actually took 2 years of Latin, if you can believe. And one time I was rather proficient in it. Now I probably couldn't tell you anything besides, you know, the Vinny Vitty Vicky. We we came, we saw, we conquered. That's the only thing I remember out of 2 years of Latin. So hey, go educational system. Well, really, that's not the fault of the educational system. That would pretty much be my fault for not retaining that. But anyway, I didn't retain it, that is. Probably should have taken French or Spanish. But oh well, what are you going to do? Chris Taylor glove work insert for the Dodgers. Corey Kluber's our 35th anniversary. Long ball legends Ted Williams. Gary Sanchez instant impact. And let me check Luke Weaver. Yeah, that's a standard. So that was it for our inserts in that particular pack. And there's a little insert for a game. So it's an advertisement, I should say, for a game. There's some other kind of advertisements in here too. I think is Topps Now in here? There's something else, some other weird. Ooh, oh, I see something that I really like that you're gonna really like too in a minute. Yes, yeah, that's pretty cool. Somebody's gonna be happy. I can't tell who the player is yet, but it's going to be fun here in a hot second. More fun than you usually have in Series 2 as well. There is a Kyle Farmer insert for the Dodgers, a little rookie insert. 35th anniversary Rivera again. And here it is. Check it out. A 1 of 1 out of Series 2. Like, those don't show up really often. And it's a letter. It's one of the Own the Names. How cool is that? Marcus Stroman and the Blue Jays. That is super cool, and I love it. I'm just saying that right now. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah. You just don't get a whole lot of 1 of 1s in Series 2, let's be honest. Series 1, Series 2, Update, none of those typically roll out a lot of 1 of 1s, so I think that's pretty sweet. Oh, Adam says some breakers sell the PS4 code spots. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't usually. I mean, there are people that they sell all kinds of stuff. I mean, I guess I could, but I've already got a bunch of this listed, and there's no spot listed for it, so I probably won't. But maybe. Maybe I will on one of the others, or I'll roll it in or something somewhere along the way. But Tommy Pham, walk-offs insert. Ricky Henderson, 35th anniversary. Hollow foil is Jose De Leon. Puig is our instant impact insert, followed by an Ichiro instant impact for the Mariners. And then we have a nice Dwight Gooden. This should be numbered. Maybe not. Why did I? Yeah, it is. I'm blind. Couldn't see it. It's numbered to 50 on the Dwight Gooden manufactured patch there for the Mets, or manufactured. Well, it's not really a patch, but whatever you want to call it. It's the second relic in the box, and it's a little puffy patch like the second relics usually are. Yeah, Blue Jays scored on that 1 of 1. That is pretty nice. This overall, I would have to say, has been a pretty good case, because we pulled the Torres first crack out of the case. That was the very first hit out of the first half of this case, was the nice Torres auto for the Yankees. And as a whole, I would say this case has been off to a nice start. Travis Shaw, throwback jerseys. This will be numbered to 2018 for the Nats. And then Matsui in the 35th anniversary. Our hollow foil is Norris. And this will be numbered as well for Sonny Gray and the Yankees, numbered to 67. Wade Davis, I think it's just a regular one. Yeah, he is. Sometimes I have to check it out. Every once in a while, you know, the transition between the inserts and the regular ones, you kind of look at it and go, which is it? Fortunately, we can always flip it over and find out. The one thing I do like is that all the good stuff's kind of in the middle, so that you know you can really buzz through the base without missing anything, and then you just slow down when you get to the inserts. I do like the way they do that. Makes it a little easier with this many cards. Throwback jerseys, Will Myers and the Padres. Numbered to 2018 for the Cardinals. Derek Jeter, 35th anniversary, Yankees. Long ball legends. My man, Hank Aaron. Paul DeYoung for the Cardinals. Hank Aaron is one of my two favorite all-time players. Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench. They're my two favorites. So, always glad to see Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench show up. Oh, there's our other advertisement thing. Oh, it is Topps now. I thought it was. There haven't been as many of the little advertising promo cards in this as there are sometimes. You know, some years it seems like every pack has one of those in it, and by the end of the break you've got a huge stack, but these haven't been as bad. Maybe a couple of box, something like that. They're slowing down on the advertisements they're throwing at us. Throwback jerseys, Corey Kluber and the Indians, 35th anniversary for the Cubbies. Long ball legends for the A's. The Dodgers with an instant impact. That is going to be a short print for the Tigers with Castellanos. So a couple of short prints out of the first box. Not too shabby. All right, box one is all finished up. We have two more to go. So there's one more full case of jumbo, which those breaks, of course, are already, I think both of those are already listed. There'll be breaks 3 and 4. Then there'll be another half case, and those are 3 loose boxes, because one of my places, for whatever reason, gave me a case and a half of jumbo. Sometimes they do weird stuff like that. You know, you'll ask for 2 cases and they'll give you a case and a half, or you'll ask for, you know, whatever. So rather than just say, just send me the one sealed case, I said, that's fine. Go on, send the extra half case. So we'll have whatever, that'll be break number 5 of jumbo. Will be 3 boxes that, you know, are loose boxes that just came as loose boxes. There is Travis Shaw again on throwback jerseys. Dodgers, number to 2018. And once again, our same 35th anniversary that we saw a moment ago. Ben Gamel is a hollow foil. Oh, there's a nice little blue border, Mike Trout, 35th anniversary. The blue borders are not numbered, but obviously they're not as common as the others, as the white borders. So, kind of cool. Have a little blue border Mike Trout coming out for the Angels. Speaking of the Angels, we need to find, maybe we'll find Ohtani in here. Wouldn't that be something? That would rock. Well, I mean, he's in here, so we've got as good a chance of finding him as anyone else does. I think, what did I just pull him out of recently? Finest. It was out of Finest. Had to work my way back through that a minute. Corey Kluber, once again, throwback jerseys for the Indians, 35th anniversary for the Cubs. Long ball legends for the Pirates. Brewers Instant Impact. And why is Drew Pomerantz sitting right there? I guess we're just back. To our regular base cards once again. I don't know about you, where you guys are, what part of the country each of you are in, but it was seriously hot here today. Like, so hot. In fact, my dad, he had seen what the weather was going to be like, and my dad's like, no, I want to go Saturday night. So we actually went to dinner last night before I did our break for Father's Day. Because he's like, nah, I'd rather go on Saturday. Okay, Dad. Tommy Pham walk-offs. Ricky Henderson, 35th anniversary. Hollow foil Josh Hader. He's been playing well this year. Trey Turner, Instant Impact. These relics are pretty cool. They are metal, they are really heavy, and I kind of like them. And this one, of course, is for the St. Louis Cardinals and Bud Norris. But they're a surprisingly heavy relic, because that is a big kind of hunk of metal in there. And does that not want to go? Why is that not want? Did I get the wrong sleeve? Maybe. Let's try this again with the correct sleeve. That would do it. I don't know how sometimes my sleeves get in the wrong pile, but every once in a while they do. Alrighty. So what did everybody else do for Father's Day today? Did anybody do anything extraordinarily amazing? Anybody's kid take them to the game, or grandkid, as the case might be? Always thought that would be a good Father's Day thing. My dad, I used to go to the races with him. We would go to the racetrack. Of course, our local track only runs for a very short meet in the spring and the fall, but just up the road from us is Churchill Downs, like an hour and a half away, where they run the Kentucky Derby. And they always have a nice little Father's Day spread, and that's what we did for years. Will Myers throwback jerseys, Padres. But then he got kind of tired of going and fighting all the crowd and the drive and all that. Because, my dad's getting up there in years, and he just got tired of doing it. To 2018, we have Taylor Williams. But that's what we used to do instead of going to games and things. He always wanted to go to the racetrack. Jose Canseco, Instant Impact. And I think Xander's back to normal. What did I do? You said I put a Bud Norris. Oh, there's a card stuck to the back of this. Yeah, there is. Thank you. I don't know if I would have noticed that one. Hopefully, when I sorted it, I would have noticed. But yes, thank you. It is numbered to 99, which we didn't see because there was a card stuck to the back of Justin Bauer. Oh, yeah. Bud Norris was stuck to the back, and I did not even notice that at the time. Good gracious. Okay, so maybe the inhaler has gone to my head, right? I had to use it twice there for the asthma earlier. Maybe it's got me a little crazy headed. So thank you, Matt, for that. Hopefully I would have caught that after the break, when I'm sitting here getting everything in top loader. Surely to goodness at that point I would have noticed that front and the back of the card were not the same, but I appreciate you letting me know, just in case I hadn't noticed. That would have been terrible. Elvis Andreas throwback jerseys. There's Rivera again. Clemente long ball legends. There's Shohei in an instant impact anyway. Hey, you know, some of the Shohei stuff, even the base stuff, will net you a little bit of money, so nothing to sneeze at. Blue Jays are going to have another hit. Richard Urena. Of course, the Jays already got the nice 1 of 1 a moment ago. Now this to go along with it. So, Blue Jays are rolling right along. Dustin Pedroia is just a regular base card. Yeah, you know, there are certain card sets where stuff seems to stick a lot. Like it's really common that cards will stick to the back of other cards. And then there are others, like this set, where they usually don't. So I'll have to remember to start paying attention to the relics, especially. Make sure we don't have anybody else sticking to the back as we go along. Byron Buxton glove work insert. Numbered to 2018, Brad Miller and the Rays. 35th anniversary, Paul Goldschmidt. Our hollow foil is a nice little team pick there for the Cubbies. Long ball legends is Jake Lamb. This Paul Goldschmidt is numbered 250 for the D-backs. Have we found our other relic? I don't think we have, right? We found the one relic and the signature, so we should still have a relic left to go in here in this box, I think. I don't know if anybody caught any highlights today or not. If you did, you probably saw the spectacular, amazing, unbelievable catch that Billy Hamilton made today for my Cincinnati Reds. Like, that was the craziest catch. Chris Taylor for the Dodgers. I don't see how he got there. 35th anniversary, Corey Kluber, Babe Ruth, and Dwight Gooden for the Mets, instant impact. Addison Russell is back to normal. So, yeah, I mean, he was full out, parallel to the ground, like full speed running, lays out, catches it completely parallel with the ground on the warning track in like the very tip of his glove, and somehow manages to hang on to it after he hits the ground. It was amazing. I love Billy Hamilton. I wish he could hit a little better because he is a heck of an athlete. He makes some unbelievable plays in the outfield, and he is a prolific base stealer. There's a Shohei base rookie. But he's just not an extremely good hitter. Wish he was a little better behind the plate, but I love him. I hope he didn't go anywhere. Glove work, Addison Russell. Stephen Wright to 2018. Another Aaron Judge 35th anniversary. A hollow foil Lorenzo Cain. A Reese Hoskins rookie instant impact for the Phillies. And a Lou Gehrig short print for the Yankees. But if you haven't seen highlights for today, I'm sure, I would imagine that's probably on most things, probably are going to show that as a highlight, like, you know, Sports Center and whatnot, because it was an amazing catch. Hey, look, if you're a Reds fan, we've got to be happy sometimes with the little things, right? We're happy with the happy sometimes just with the good play, although we did manage to eke out a win. So that made it better even still, but Willie Calhoun, rookies insert for the Rangers. Goldschmidt 35th anniversary. Here's our other relic, finally showing up. Francisco Lindor for the Indians. And these always say that they're not from any specific, you know, game, series, event, etc. Which I guess is basically what Panini would call player worn versus game worn. I always like to imagine them, you know, like putting on a uniform, walking the dog around the block, you know, coming back, change the uniform, put on a different one, mow the grass, that kind of stuff. We know it doesn't really work that way, but that's how I always, it just makes me laugh to think of it like that. No, really, they just sit there and put jerseys on and off while they're signing cards. But that's not a fun way to think of it. Chris Davis, walk-offs. Paul DeJong, 2018. Gohara, Braves, 35th anniversary. Watson, hollow foil. And here's one of our home run challenge. If you guys don't know what these are, they're pretty cool. When you get this card, there's going to be a code you can scratch off there on the back. And you go to the website, you enter the code, and you get a chance to pick a game where you believe your player, in this case Alonso, is going to hit a home run. And if he does hit a home run in the game that you choose or you have chosen, then you get some sort of a prize, I think, and then you get entered into some kind of drawing for a bigger prize. But anyway, those don't show up all that often. I think we had one in the first half of the case, and then there's that one. So those are kind of fun to get. Gives you a chance at something bigger and better from Topps. So we are rolling into our third and final box of this half case of jumbo. So I'll get our mojo working. Last box mojo. See if we can't have something awesome show up. Although, kind of, we've already had something awesome with a 1 of 1. There is another Shohei base. There may have been some other Shohei that went through as well, but if I see them, I'll stop and call them out. That is throwback jerseys. 35th anniversary rookie. Hey, for Ozzy and the Braves. Hollow foil. Araldis. And here's another Ozzy insert. Rookies insert for the Braves. So a couple of nice little Aussies there. Alkaline Instant Impact. And a big metal relic, this time for Aaron Judge. And haha, see, Jason Hayward was stuck back there, but you know what? I knew to feel for it and try to make it come loose this time. Because Matt helped me out on the last one where we had something stuck. This one, yeah, we caught this one. So, Aaron Judge. And there's another little deal for PS4. We never had PlayStation. We've always had Xbox. And whatever varieties of Xbox there are, of course. Not just regular Xbox, Xbox One, etc. But my point is we never have had PlayStation. That is throwback jerseys, numbered to 2018 for the Marlins. Look at that. He's back-to-back for the Marlins. Alcantara, again, whose signature was in for the Cardinals, right? But those two cards both were for the Marlins. Hank Aaron. Tanaka. And now we're back to the base. Another advertising thing. Wonder how much money they make on tops now. It's got to be a lot. And frankly, whoever came up with the Living Legends set, well, that's just kind of a little stroke of marketing genius. I was talking about that the other night. It's a never-ending set. It could potentially be going on a century from now. So they were pretty smart to come up with that. Especially for the group that are completionists. Baez for the Cubs. To 2018 for the Royals. Severino, 35th anniversary. For the Yankees, a hollow foil award show. And this is technically an insert. Okay, so it's technically considered an insert. However, these aren't super common. These are going to fall like maybe one a case or something like that. And it's split between Torres and Acuna. So you might pull Torres, you might pull Acuna, but you're not going to pull very many of either one of them because they are considered an insert in Series 2 for those two players. Yeah, Matt, sometimes they will have a player in the same series on two different cards. For instance, last year we had, oh, why did I just go blank on his name? He went from the Red Sox to the White Sox. Moncada. And he was in, after the trade, he was in a set for the White Sox in his base cards, but all of his autographs in the same set were still the Red Sox. Because, of course, those cards had been, I'm sure, printed earlier because they had to be sent out and be signed. And then the ones that were printed later were printed with the new team. Ricky Henderson for the A's. Salvador Perez, 35th anniversary. Joey Gallo, Long Ball Legends. Derek Jeter, Instant Impact. And our signature for the last box is Brian Anderson and the Marlins. So yeah, for sure there are players who can be more than one team in the same set of cards. And most often it will be the signature card that will reflect the prior team, and the regular base cards and other inserts that don't involve an autograph will usually reflect a current team. But sometimes it's the opposite, but most of the time it's that way, unless it was a late add autograph. In which case, then it would be, you know, the autograph would be current and the others would be the prior. Ahmed Rosario, rookies insert for the Mets. Phillies to 2018. Carlos Correa, 35th anniversary. Long Ball Legends, Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire, Instant Impact. And here's Manny on a short print for the Padres. So we should still have a couple of relics and then hopefully some other good inserts, and numbered cards are going to come along as well. Oh, Scott says the Cubs are killing him on all of his breaks. Are you, Scott, are you buying only talking about only Series 2, or you're talking about Cubs and like whatever you're buying into, the Cubs just aren't showing up for you? Jose Ramirez, Indians throwback jersey. The Mariners, numbered to 2018. Eckersley, wow. Throwback for the A's 35th anniversary. There is Santana Hollow Foil. Another black and white. This one is for the Diamondbacks. It's Shelby Miller. And a little Bryce Harper short print for the Nationals. Yeah, for sure. That's an excellent point that you bring up, Matt. He was pointing out that Mark McGwire just came through on 2 different teams back to back, and it's not as uncommon for the retired players. I do find that in certain sets, like Series 1, Series 2 update, they will tend to mix and match them within the same set. Other sets, they seem to take a year at a time, like Museum Collection and Tribute and like that. You'll notice that Rod Carew tends to be for the Angels 1 year, and then he'll be in for the Twins the following year. But then in a set like this, they may show him, a couple of different ways, just because of the inserts and what the inserts reflect. But it is not as common for the current players to be shown for 2 different teams unless, as I say, involves some trades and things like that. There is a little Rizzo throwback jerseys for the Cubs. The Pirates to 2018. Cal Ripken 35th anniversary hollow foil is Faria in the Rays. And is Escobar a short print? No, I guess not. Okay. Oh, and Scott says no matter what breaks he's done, he's not had very good luck with the Cubs lately. Oh, Scott, I am sorry to hear that. I'm trying to think what products I've opened in 2018 that had a lot of Cubs in them. And I know we have opened some that have had Cubs in them, or a reasonable amount of Cubs in them, and I'm just trying to think what they were. But definitely some sets will have more of a team than others will. It just, checklist always varies, it seems. Locastro for the Dodgers. And Farmer for the Dodgers to 2018. There's a Rizzo 35th anniversary. Hollow foil for the KC Royals on a team card. McGwire Long Ball Legends for the A's. Hey, the Nats had a nice little black border Victor Robles numbered to 299. And that one looks to be in pretty good shape. The Torres black border that we pulled out of the first half of the case, one that had the signature on it, all the corners had tons of white and chipping. So it's kind of nice to see the Robles come out in a little better shape on that one. Of course, Juan Soto is the man of the hour right now with the Nats anyway. Somebody says Escobar was numbered. Was he an insert? What can you help me out with a little more information on that, Matt? Was it a base card? Was it an insert? I can go back and find it for you if I know what it is that I am looking for. So kind of at the moment, I'm trying to kind of just look through these hollow foils and stuff that are set aside over here because I don't know what card it was or even what card set it was. So can you give me a little more info? A base card. Well, I wouldn't. I usually don't look at the back of a base card. So I don't know what Escobar, I don't know which Escobar we're talking about. And I don't know where to find it, unfortunately. Because I just stack all of these base cards off to the side. It could be any one of these stacks. Was it super recently? Like super recently or like a while back? Gosh, okay. This could take a really long time to find because I have no idea how far back it was. I do know that there is a delay in chat, so from the time I'm going to see it to the time you typed it, it's probably a little bit of time has passed. And then on top of that, I have no idea which one of these stacks it is because I just stacked them over there, and it could be on the top of any... Oh, 2 packs. Oh, yeah, that could be anywhere. 2 packs ago. Gosh, that could be anywhere. We may have to find this for you after the break. I'll look through another stack or two, and if I haven't found it by then, it may be that I will have to sit and find this for you after the break so that not everyone else is probably wanting to go back through all these cards while I look for it. So let's do that. Let's look at the rest of what's coming up here, and then I will go back and find it for you after we look at the rest of what we have left, since we've just got a couple of packs left to go here. But yeah, for sure, guys, everything ships. So occasionally, you know, I might look past something. Sounds like I did in that instance. And if so, then of course you're still going to get it. It just means it wasn't in a recap stack. There is a Clint Frazier rookies insert, a Noah Syndergaard 35th anniversary, long ball legends Kyle Schwarber, Johnny Bench instant impact. And then we're going to have 1 pack left to go. I am going to keep these stacked up here so that I know they're not part of the group I'm going to look through again to try to find the Escobar. And that sort of stuff usually I'm going to find when I'm sorting. If it's something that I missed in the live break, I typically am going to catch it during the sort. But I'm always happy to go back and show it to you in the break. I just have to track it down. Billy Hamilton glove work. And the Cubs with another 35th anniversary. And our relic here, numbered to 99, Jack Flaherty and the Cardinals. Of course, we'll recap our relics and signature hits, the number cards, except for the one that apparently I stacked in the wrong spot, which I will locate. We'll start looking for and locating after we do the rest of the recap here. So these are our cards that are numbered to 2018. So each one of these numbered on the back to 2018. I believe, whoops, hang on. Somebody was stuck to the back of Blake Snell, I believe. All right, so that's our 2018s. These are a variety of things. Victor Robles is actually to 299. Bryce Harper is not numbered, but he is a short print. Shelby Miller, black and white. Manny for the Padres, short print. Torres is an insert, but kind of sort of a short print insert. Again, he and or Acuna are going to fall maybe once a case on average. This is a home run challenge card for the Mariners. Those are not numbered, but I do usually set them aside to recap. Lou Gehrig, short print, Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt and the Diamondbacks to 50. A blue border, Mike Trout. Those are not numbered, but they are not the typical white border anyway. Castellanos for the Tigers is a short print. Sonny Gray and the Yankees to 67. Maeda to 76 for the Dodgers. Ernie Banks to 299 for the Cubbies. The Indians, Jose Ramirez, short print. And then Scott Kingery, black and white for the Phillies. Flaherty to 99, relic for the Cardinals. Brian Anderson and the Marlins, signature. A big hunk of metal for Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Francisco Lindor relic, Indians. Urena, Blue Jays autograph. A big hunk of metal for the Miami Marlins, Justin Bauer /99. Dwight Gooden, manufactured All-Star Game relic, numbered /50, and the Mets. Our sweet little 1/1, Marcus Stroman and the Blue Jays. That's a cool hit. And then Sandy Alcantara, whichever it is, for the Cardinals. And, of course, an autograph hit. So that has our recap up. I tell you what, I'm going to put up our spreadsheet information again real quickly in case someone wants to see that. You didn't see it earlier for some reason or another. And then I will go back and find your Escobar. So let's give me a hot second here. We'll flip through that. Then I'll find your Escobar out of our big stack over there. So in case anybody missed it earlier, please take a second. There's your information about your expected shipping dates for everything we open tonight. And of course, if you were in one of the first two breaks, the consolation card area would apply to you as well. And if you were in our most recent break, you don't have to worry about consolation cards because there's lots of cards over there. This is the stuff that's coming up over the course of the next 5 days. So Luminance Football, it's the last of it. That will be tomorrow night. Finest Baseball, the last of it will be Tuesday night. The Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs, the last of those will be Tuesday night. And then we've got a lot more Series 2 coming up. So that is what we're kind of looking at in the days ahead. Now, I know many of you, most of you are taking off. So thank you once again, everybody who joined me tonight. This is stuff, those are the ones we've already looked through. So we know that it's not in there. And now I'm going back trying to find the Escobar that Matt mentioned that apparently somehow was numbered and I didn't catch it. And maybe it's this. That would be so awesome if it would be that and we wouldn't have to go farther back. That would be so cool. But it can't be that because that's not numbered. So that's not it. That was not it. So we're going to keep looking. Because I have no idea where in the world that could be stacked. Like, zero idea. I probably have 10 different stacks over there. And it could be any one of them. Yeah, usually, you know, obviously the sooner I know that I've missed something, the better. Because then it doesn't get so far out of my front of my mind as to where I've stacked it, right? I used to always stack them in front, kind of where they are up there now, but then, I don't know, they got in the way, so I just expanded the table and added a bunch of breaking mats off to the right, and started stacking them over there. It's really, for the most part, it's worked better, other than like in a situation like this, where now we're looking for a card that could be anywhere amongst 1,500 cards. So I don't know if I'm going to even find this thing tonight. I mean, it's got to be in here, but I just don't know how far back to go. We may literally end up looking through all 1,500 cards again. Oh, I'm sure I will find it. For sure I'll find it during the sort. I thought that you wanted to go back through and see it tonight. I thought that was the deal, that you wanted to go back and take a look at it. So that is actually why I am looking for it right now. For sure I would find it when I do the sort. Absolutely, I will find it then. So if you, in fact, do not need to see it again tonight, then yeah, I won't worry about trying to find it right now. I'll find it when I sort. Ah, maybe this is it. This is Escobar again. Let's see. Am I going to be lucky? Is this going to be it? Oh, amen. Yes, it is. Excuse me, it is numbered to 99. Woohoo! There it is. So there we found it. It took a minute, but we found it. Life is good. And Matt, it is always good for you to point stuff like that out to me. You know for sure. I always encourage each of you, if you see something go by that I don't catch, always let me know. I mean, I've got the weird vision thing, you know, right? I had eye surgery several years ago. It didn't go very well. And as a result, I don't see very well in the distance, actually, in the distance where I have to look at these cards. Because I see really well up close, and I see really well far away, like for driving. But in between is kind of dicey, and some days are better than others. It fluctuates a lot. So for sure, there are times when if I'm not seeing great, I may miss a numbered card entirely. So you guys are always welcome to jump in there and let me know. Of course, when I sort them, I hold them at a different distance, and I can see it all with no problem. But here, you know, got to be kind of in a certain area to make the break work, and that's not always an ideal distance for my weird eye. So anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me, spending part of your Father's Day with me. I hope you have a great rest of the evening and a good start to your work week tomorrow, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Bye now.